Eric Lemy here. You're watching my YouTube vlog in which my sentimental thoughts come from my heart. Also, when my mental eyeball shenanigans come from my brain. It's EML77 TV, episode 625. On the last episode, I came here with some wonderful news that have happened earlier this morning. By the way, this is May 22nd, 2020, 1:38 p.m. Friday afternoon. On the last episode, I came up with some great, wonderful news when I woke up this morning. Checked my phone on my Facebook that my nephew, John James Alexander, was born. Not John James. John Joseph Alexander was born. I keep saying James. Why do I keep saying James? The only thing is I'm thinking of the ex-lead singer of the Newsboys. That's why. And I probably thought about him one too many times. John Joseph Alexander was born 4:36 in the morning at 8 pounds, 4 ounces, 21 inches. So congratulations to my sister Jewel and my brother-in-law Jesse once again. Can't wait to hold the little guy when he comes home. When you guys actually come home here to New Beige, and I'm hoping that everything goes well. I know obviously it'll take a while because of what's been going on in this crazy country of ours, in this crazy world of ours. So, but sometimes when there's a birth, here's a crazy part about life. When someone is born into this world, someone leaves it. And unfortunately, those who are friends with Jordan Little, who haven't heard yet, Jordan Little and his family lost their loved one, Justin, Jordan Little's brother. He lost Justin. Justin passed away a little bit after midnight yesterday. So my condolences and prayers go to Jordan Little, his parents, his sister, and their relatives and their loved ones. And hearts, my condolences and prayers. You guys are going to be in my prayers. Jordan, if you need anything, you need to talk, hey, listen, I'm here. I'm going to try to be here, and life is precious, and what shows me about this, and just it's something that this is too good to be true too. Anyways, I moved it. Okay. Just to let you know what is just to let you know what has been going on. So it is that just let you know what it shows. When my nephew was born and Jordan Little's brother passed away, I kind of thought that life is very, very precious, and life is so short, and also family is very precious too. And what I want to address is family members that won't speak to us, or won't speak to anybody, that won't speak to each other. And just want to let you guys know, the main reason why there's a lot of hurt going on. I mean, another friend of mine who has felt this, Kevin Henry, he had relatives and family members that won't even speak to him, and I kind of not help but feel hurt for him, and I feel because I have a family member that won't speak to us either. My sister Cora has not spoken to us for about 2 years, as she's undergone through major changes in her life, and basically everything that she was taught, basically she's turned her back on. And my brother Tyler, they have not spoken. Both her and my brother have not spoken to each other, and it hurts that when you have loved ones that won't speak to you. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I mean, my theory is that for my brother and my sister, that they were taught at a very young age, and a lot of things have been shoved down their throats, basically, and it's not enabling them to open up their minds a little bit more and open up their hearts, and and that could be it. I don't know. I'm not speaking for them by any stretch of imagination. It's my theory on this. And, listen, I've been taught a lot of things. The reason why I've been more open-minded and open-hearted is because of, of the things I seen before I became born again, and the things I seen afterwards. And I seen a lot of things, a lot of mainstream things happening in my life, and that's why I try to, you know, it's something that I do appreciate. It's something that my heart goes out to. A lot of us who don't have loved ones to talk to, and friends included. Having people in your life is very, very important, and having friendships is very important as well. It's not the most important thing, but it is important that you have people that love you, and surrounded by good people in your life. I know it's very difficult because family is the first people that you run into if you run into a humongous problem. But here's the thing: some family members could end up stabbing you in the back. Thankfully, I've not experienced that because you know it's something because I've always tried to keep an open mind. Like I said, there's a lot of things I do talk about. Like I say, politics is one of the politics and religion are two very important things that you know. Like I said, I'm not afraid to express the fact that I accepted the Lord Jesus Christ in my heart as my Lord and personal Savior. But I'm not going to shove my religion down anyone else's throat either. I'm not going to shove my beliefs down anyone else's throat either. I love people so much to the point where I want to set the example instead of trying to jam the Bible down someone's throat. And that's not my style. You know, and that's not my style. I've always been having an open heart and open mind, listen to people, and then they ask me how you dealing with this and everything else, and I tell them this is how I dealt with it. Luckily I have family members that love me for who I am. Relatives, they still love me. They still like me being around me. But I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have that and don't have. My heart goes out to you guys. Family life is very precious. Family is precious, and it's something that is something that you want to hold on to, and something that but it's very difficult to hold on to. And for those who have relatives and family members that won't talk to them for whatever reason, it's I know it's difficult, but yet a lot of people stay strong in there. Even if you didn't have anybody in your life, you're still standing strong, still standing tall, and that speaks a lot of volumes. I'm hoping other family members would see that and realize how wrong they were about you. But sometimes they're too stubborn to apologize, and they stick to your guns and all that. Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and and humble yourself. And listen, I felt like I've offended a lot of people in my life, so if I did that, I do apologize. I know I had arguments with people here and there. I have loved ones that have not spoken to me in quite a while either, and it is a challenge to try to mend fences with them. Even if you felt like you didn't do anything wrong, it's hard to mend fences with them. And I'll be praying for each and every one of you, and just let you know that, hey, listen, there's people out there that care about you and love you still, and you're still hanging on, and you're still friends with those people. Those are the people you would cherish the most, and it isn't easy. God has blessed me with so many good people in my life. And, the thing here is I talked to my mother about this the other day. I said that God's placed a lot of people in my life, even if some of those people don't believe in him, because they would bring something different to the table and would teach me a lot of things about life that I can apply to and say, okay, okay, and if God's challenging me, then it's something. I can bring a prayer up to the Lord and say, hey, listen, this friend of mine needs my prayers and needs your healing and help, and I want to intercede for that person. And the good thing here is about is I don't go around going, pointing at people as, oh, you're gay, you're going to hell, or you don't believe in God, you're going to hell. And I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that. I say, listen, God loves everyone, no matter what. And if you choose to believe in Him or not, it's up to you. I always say, everybody has a choice. We have a freedom of choice in this country. But unfortunately, because of this pandemic, we don't have a whole lot of choices. And everybody's complaining about, it is, like I said, it's difficult to live through this time and everything. It is, it is a challenge, and now it's like, and my heart, goes out to a lot of people, and and also I lost a lot of good people that I've known. I've lost my grandparents on my dad's side of the family. They're both gone. My grandmother recently passed away in October of last year. We're talking, this is May. We're talking 8 months ago, over half a year ago, and it is, like I said, my heart goes out. And then, a couple of years ago, my cousin Frankie also passed away at a very young age, and my grandfather also at a very young age as well. My grandfather also back in 2004. All three are gone, and all three of our loved ones are gone. And do I miss them? Well, definitely. Because they were good people, and and especially Frankie. Frankie went through a lot of things in his life. Went through and he's trying to change, and he was changing his life around, and he was trying to live his best life until he passed away. And it's something that it was something that it was something that I really don't know. It hurts. I think it hurts when family members won't talk to you, and it's a shame too. I'm not condemning my sister. I'm not condemning anybody who has relatives that. I'm not condemning anybody who's not on speaking terms with their family. It kind of hurts. I know a lot of things have happened and hurt things and hurtful things that happened in the past. And I may not understand where they're coming from, and that's what hurts the most, is not understanding why they're doing this, or not understanding what their feelings and all that. And I want to, but it's like, you refuse to open your heart. How can I understand? And I think this is the case with my sister. I was supposed to move in with my sister and my brother-in-law back in 2018. To live in Dartmouth and all that. Then one day my sister decided not to have me move in. In fact, I was given a note. I was given a Facebook message by my brother-in-law. Said, hey, we had a lot of soul searching, and it's not time for you to move in. And it's something that is really, really sad, And I got two, my sister, Cora, and my brother Tyler, not speaking terms with each other. So that kind of hurts even more. And, my parents go out of their way to make sure we get the proper education, the proper upbringing that we needed in life. And sometimes they can overdo it, but that's what moms and dads are for. The parents are for. They love you. And sometimes, and I can listen. The biggest theory I have with my two siblings, my two younger siblings, my sister Cora and my brother Tyler, is that I think they felt in their hearts that a lot of these things that they were taught were shoved down their throats and not given them a choice. And they, and forced them to close their minds to other things outside the world, outside their, what they've been taught and all. And I think that's my personal theory on that, and that's probably the reason why they're branching out more than expected, And yeah, it hurts that they decided not to stick with the teachings of my parents, that what they taught them and all. But it hurts, and that hurts, but it hurts even more when they don't want to speak to us anymore by any stretch of the imagination. And my brother Tyler does speak to me and to my parents. At first, he didn't, because my parents voted for Trump. You know, um, I'm not going to tell who I voted for, and I think my brother kind of found out through my father, because my father, my mother, and my sisters share their Facebook page was under the name of our family dog, Reese's, and my father posted a lot of political stuff, about Trump, and my brother ended up finding out about it. And that's the reason why. That's why I don't post any political stuff or anything like that. I keep all my political preferences and religious preferences to myself, but talk about religious at the right time, and I don't shove religion down anyone's throat. There's people out there that don't believe in God, choose to be atheists and all that, and it's sad that they decide to go that route. But you know what? At the same time, though, I want to be an example, and and still be their friend, but set an example of what God is all about. And I'm not going to go, you don't believe in God, you're going to hell. You're gay, you're going to hell. I'm not going to do any of that, because there's people out there I know that are gay, And but the thing is, the key is I don't look at them as gay people. I look at them as regular people. They got feelings and all that. They're human beings. That's one race that we run is human. And we're all human. Now, I don't care if you're black, straight, black, white, straight, gay, agnostic, atheist, Christian, Catholic. It doesn't matter. You're human. And if you're my friend, you're my friend. And I have a couple of coworkers that I used to work with at Ruby Tuesday that were gay, but they're good and funny people to be around. And thing is, family and friends are very precious in this world, and there's lots of there's a scripture in the book of Proverbs that why is my stupid typewriter not working here? Maybe it's running out of. Okay, here's Proverbs 17:17 in the word, and it says here in the New International Version, which I like the most. There's different translations, which is so awesome. You see that? BibleHub.com. That's what I like. In the International Version, it says, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. New Living says, a friend is always loyal. A brother is born to help in time of need. English Standard Version, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. King James says, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Contemporary English, a friend is there to help in any situation. Relatives are born to share our troubles. Good News Translation is, friends always show their love. What are relatives for, if not to share trouble? And you know what it is we're supposed to love people at all times. It doesn't matter what they go through. It's something that it's something that it's totally awesome to live by that scripture, and just I want to be a friend to everybody. I want to love people no matter what they're going through, no matter what their preference is. I don't care if it's religious, political, or what. It's all about having a heart for people, and and that's I have. That's why I always believe that people are precious in this world, and the family is very precious. I don't care what my family's going through. I'm still going to love them. I'm still going to pray for them. Like my sister Cora, she's going through a lot. I'm praying for her. My brother Tyler, he's about to get deployed. Don't know where. He said the big sandbox. He says, I'm going to be praying for him. I'll be praying for my sister-in-law Danica. My sister Cora, I'll be praying for him. Pray for Cora. Pray for her. I pray for my brother-in-law Brandon, and my niece Eliana Mercy, and my nephew TC. I'll be praying for my sister Jewel, my brother-in-law Jesse, along with my niece Braylon, and my nephew John Joseph Alexander JJ, as my father was like call him already, and I knew. I pray for all my friends and family, no matter what, and my relatives, and I know they're there for me, and I know I'm there for them, and I'll be praying for them and all that. I got friends on here, Ruby Tuesday, former coworkers. I'll be praying for them. They're good, a lot of good friends. They share an excitement, and my church family, my Ruby Tuesday family, my game show fandom family, from Ronnie T. Flippin to Jordan Little to Brandon Scruggs to Justin Noyes to Kevin Henry, and I can go on and on and on. But I'm very, very blessed to have a lot of these people in my life, and just very thankful. And I know there's some of them that don't get along with each other. And I have to admit, that hurts my heart a little bit, and I feel like saying everybody ought to get along, and I can't force people to get along. It isn't easy. It's very, very difficult for people to forgive. I get that. I understand. Listen, it's difficult for me. Listen, if I offended anybody out there, any of my friends, my family members, if I offended anybody out there, I'd like to ask you to forgive me, because I am not the most perfect person in the world. Never have been better than anybody else, never will be better than anybody else. And that's the thing that, and lots of good people out there. Yes, there's internet trolls that disrespect me, and I have to block them because they don't know how to talk to people, and they don't understand where I'm coming from. And if you refuse to understand, there's nothing I can do for you. That's and that's the message to you trolls out there as well. Is that if you cannot respect and understand where I come from, there's nothing I can do for you. If you want me to help you, if you want me, just say, listen, I need your advice, I need your help on something. I would appreciate if you say that instead of having to come out here and accuse me of total BS and stuff, and and I would be more than happy to forgive you and all that, and my heart. Hopefully, I'll be praying for them too, because they must have a huge, humongous hurt in their lives to the point where they got to be bitter towards everybody else, from celebrities onto regular good folks like myself. And it's something that like I said, I don't know if they have family. They probably have family members that won't speak to them for whatever reason as well, and they want to get attention, and that could be the reason why. I don't know. If they don't, do they have a family of their own? I don't know. But it's I would pray, that to forgive all those people, But listen, forgiveness and getting along with people isn't the easiest thing in the world. Family life is precious. Like I said, from when my nephew got born and when Justin Little's brother Justin passed away, and that kind of puts my life, I want to put things in perspective, help me put things in perspective when it comes to family, when it comes to friends, when it comes to, and I know there's some people out there, there's some people that won't speak to each other for some petty little thing, for a simple little thing that could have been easily solved just like that. But unfortunately, I think it is the stubbornness and the heart, the stone-heartedness of people that refuses to let bygones be bygones. It isn't easy to do that. I mean, if you learn to forgive and learn to forget and move on and be friends again, that's wonderful. Listen, I had an ex, like I said a few episodes ago, I talked about when it comes to lack of luck with women, my ex-crush Paulette. I have not spoken to her in 25 years. She has not spoken to me in 25 years. Is it going to happen right away that she'll speak to me again? I don't think so. But will a miracle come? I would believe for a miracle, but here's the thing: it's on God's timing. I've always had that expression. It's always would be God's timing when it comes to that situation, and I have no problem with that. If God does not want me to speak to Paulette again, that's fine. If God does not want Paulette to speak to me again, that's fine too. You know what though? We'll never know. And the fact of the matter is this: whether or not I'll have Paulette as a friend again, who knows for sure? I would have no clue. Only God knows everything, and that's the thing that is very, very important to me, is that the Lord has every situation that I've been through, including that situation, just it's in His hands, and He knows that. Sometimes God fights our battles and fights my battle. Fights my battles as far as in the spiritual is concerned. And that's something that, it's something that I got to, I'm going to deal with. I've dealt with it in the past. I'm dealing with it now. And you know, I'm not wishing that she becomes my friend again. I'm not. There was a period in my life I was angry at her. There was a period in my life that I blamed her for my lack of luck with women. There was a period about that, but that anger subsided when I realized, hey, I cannot hold this grudge anymore. And I asked her to forgive me on many occasions, but she didn't answer me back. That's okay. I said my piece. All right. But the fact of the matter is this, I want to let her know it's not her fault that this whole thing happened. It was mine. Because I chose to be like this because it was, I can use Asperger's syndrome or autism or anything like that as an excuse, but I decided not to do that. Listen, it's my fault. I made a mistake. I didn't know I had any of this stuff until I turned 40. So it's, it is something, life is precious. Family life is also precious. Being with family is precious. And I know there's a lot of people out there like I said, won't speak to their loved ones for any reason. I got friends of mine that have loved ones that won't speak, family members that won't speak to them. My heart goes out to them, and it's something that, it's something that, hopefully one day, family members get back together and, ask for forgiveness. And if people come up to me and they say, hey, we've wronged you, we've been mean to you, I'd like to ask you to forgive me, I would definitely want to forgive you. I said, listen, I would tell them, listen, you're not perfect, I'm not perfect. I said some things. Like I said, I said some things that, that is not right. I did some things that was not right. I disrespected people. I've been, mean to people. And sometimes, when people say something that, that kind of triggers you emotionally, and you let your emotions take over instead of, your logical thinking. I'm trying to think more logically now than ever, and then understand the situation, and then, try to say the right things or trying to react correctly. And one person, there's some people that would troll, and I said, hey, listen, that's not nice for you to say. I'm not going to say, I would say, hey, knock it off. Try to be a reasonable adult in that situation, Say, hey, knock it off. Stop being disrespectful. That's not cool, you don't understand what that person's going through. You don't understand anything else. Stop being disrespectful, And one person started, started laughing and said, what does prayer do? What does actually prayer do? So I explained to that person, I said, listen, his first name is Fosta. I know it's nothing but a troll profile, but I said, hey, listen, my advice is quit trolling and ask God and pray and ask him to be, God, I said prayer does a lot of things, a lot of awesome miracles, a lot of awesome things, Sometimes, the reason why you don't see the proof is because you don't believe it in here, in your heart, and that's the reason why, you got to have that faith. So that's why people, see family members not speaking to each other because they don't have the heart in here that I'm sure there's a lot of hurt inside people's hearts. And sometimes they allow that hurt to consume them. That's why you don't see anybody on speaking terms with anybody as far as family and loved ones, because they allow that hurt to consume them instead of talking about it, sitting down with your loved ones, say, hey, this is what I'm going through, and and how I'm feeling about this and everything else. So it's like, yeah, am I upset that my brother Tyler and my sister Cora are not speaking to each other? Yeah, I am. I'm a little upset about that. Am I upset too that my sister Cora is not speaking to any of us in our family, including my parents? I sure am. And yeah, and I'm very hurt about that. But I'm not going to allow that hurt to consume me and have hatred towards my sister, because I love my sister Cora. And she is there was a time when we were kids we usually never got along. The age gap was a huge factor coming into this thing. When I first met her, she was like only 1.5 years old, and I was turning 10, I believe, at the time. I was 10 years old at the time, 10 or 11. So it's something that it was something that I had to get used to at the time because I never had a sister or sibling or a step sibling of my own, and I've always dreamed of having a sibling, but that's the way it is. So, what's going to happen next? Who knows for sure. So just to let you guys know that I love you guys out there. God loves you. Everybody loves you, even if your family and loved ones don't. You know. But hopefully, I pray that if you have family and loved ones that won't speak to you, hopefully, I pray that they that a miracle comes to your lives and finds a way. And just pray for you to keep staying strong and keep never give up on life no matter what. As my friend Kevin Henry would say, go till you can't go no more. And that's the attitude sometimes you have to be like. You go, you keep going. I like to thank Kevin Henry. I'm going to give him a shout out. WKPH in Cincinnati. Check out his YouTube channel, all about video games. He's been playing Pressure Luck a lot, and I can't wait for the return of Pressure Luck on May 31st. Until then, I'm really excited. So until then, just keep your heads up, guys. Even your family members and loved ones that won't talk to you, just stay strong. Keep your head rise above. Keep your head above water. Keep swimming. Keep going till you can't go no more. Take nothing take no guff from anybody, and just keep right on going. Cowboy up. Keep rolling on. And then show your family and loved ones that, hey, I'm a strong person. I'm capable of loving people. I'm capable of helping out if needed. I want to be there, And then hopefully they'll come around to that. If not, just keep on going. Keep doing your thing no matter what. If those who believe in God and believe in the power of prayer, keep praying, keep believing. For those who don't, just keep on rolling. Don't give up. Don't give up on what your beliefs are. Just keep going. And if you want to believe in God and believe in the power of prayer, I'm more than happy to welcome you into our fold. You never know what's going to happen in life. With the craziness that's going on right now, I'm very happy with my family. I'm very happy with my friends. It's totally awesome. I'm very happy with the Lord. He's awesome. And just, I don't know what to tell you. Once again, my condolences and prayers go to the family of Jordan Little. And Jordan Little to you as well, and prayers up there, and hopefully you guys are staying strong. I know it's not easy losing a loved one in your family. Just keep your head up, keep your heads up, stay strong. And to others out there, hang in there. We got this. All right. That's it. That's all the time I wanted to give out a word of encouragement and give out a little bit of my perspective of what's been going on. I know life has one thing is just totally crazy. I don't want to be mean to anybody, and I just want to be encouraging, and that's what I do. If anybody has a problem with what I have to say, don't be afraid to comment on the video, and I appreciate you getting your inputs on this. And I know it's not that easy, and like I said, family life is precious. Family and friends are a precious thing in the world as well. I know with the pandemic right now and everything else, just is something that we're going to need to, stand strong and stand tough. That's what we need to do. All right. So praise God about that. So I'll see you on the next episode, 626. I think I'm going to be talking about the 40th anniversary of Pac-Man. Probably play some Pac-Man on an episode, Get These Thumbs, probably. That'll be really cool. Maybe I should do that. All right, so I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day, and peace. See you on the next episode of my vlog of EML77 TV. Peace.